Hey, how's it going? I almost forgot to do this vlog today. I've been so busy. I'm just here working on this app from Code Bootcamp. This is one of the things that I've been working on. It's a CRUD app. So if you watched the video yesterday, I talked about what CRUD is. It's create, read, update, and destroy. It's basic RESTful routing practice. So what you see in front of you is kind of like a really bad first version of what I'm trying to do. I wanted to make a workout page just to show you in my GitHub. This is what I had. I had like these little drawings that I made on my Surface Book. But like I wanted to have a thing where I could pick each day and then, set a thing of workouts. And I'm going to get it there. It's just going to take me a little bit longer than I thought. And each one of these is like a special route where I'm editing and then I'm deleting, and I can add a new thing by clicking on the button. Then these are supposed to be little sub views that you're supposed to get in the app, like change the screen. But it turns out that I really just want to get things working. I think that's the best way to do it, is just get it going, because I know a lot of people who get really excited about making a really complicated app, and then they just never get it done. Period. Like they give up on it. So I'm trying to just make sure I have a finished thing, because we are supposed to have it done by tomorrow. And I want to have like a finished thing, something that I'm moderately proud of. I'm kind of proud of this. I'm not too proud of how long it took me to get to this point. But if you wanted to see the code that I'm using here, there's about 158 lines of JavaScript. So not good. And also I'm not serving in the public directory, so that's a whole other thing. I gotta configure my local server and get that set up. But the other thing I have here is you see this update UI. This immediately gets called as soon as the window loads up. This function update UI forms an XML request. If you don't know what that is, it's extensible markup, hypertext, transfer protocol request. Does a request and gets a bunch of stuff off of a server, which I'm running in this PHP admin thing. I'm not clicking on that because it's got like all my tables and stuff, and I'm just not going to show all that stuff in my tables. This thing works. Like I'll show you. I can delete this. I can type in, let's see, 12 by 3 deadlift. It works. There you go. There's the 12 by 3 deadlift. But you probably caught on to the fact that it goes a little bit slower than it should. I'm used to making Android and iOS apps and not having to like update a UI, and it's been a while since I've done this. But the way that like classic way I make an app is I make a thing that gets something from the database, prints it out to the page, and then if there's a change, I'm calling like an update or a reset function, and then showing the information again every time. So it might not be the most efficient way. I kind of had a hard time getting started in here. But basically, I'm generating all those elements that you see every time I do a simple GET request to the database. And what that does is I do a GET request to the database. So this on ready state exchange, this gets called after I've gotten information. So this is not getting called yet. It's a call back. I'm giving it a function right now, which I need to clean up. And all this stuff happens before any request actually gets sent. So all this stuff is in this function that happens if the callback was successful. If the callback was successful, all this stuff will happen. Otherwise, nothing will happen. And it's all coming from sending a GET request to Monday read.php. I was going to do days. Now it's just a workout. It's like this was just supposed to be like 1 day of 5 days. So I send the request. Then this function gets called when it's successful. If it's successful, I reset the inner HTML of the list up here. You see how there's nothing here, but you saw a bunch of stuff on that page. I reset the list, and once that's done, if the callback was successful, if the callback was not successful, then it's just nothing loads. There's nothing there. It's just blank. If the callback was successful, what it does is it adds a new element for each one of the things that's there with a delete button and an editable field for reps and exercise. And then I have a delete routine, which sends a post request with the ID from the record to delete it, sends that to a delete route. And then I have an edit route. This is kind of a cool thing, actually. I haven't messed with this a lot, but what I'm basically doing is first thing is I use this attribute to create an editable field. This is a very useful thing. If you set an attribute with content editable true, now even if it's a paragraph tag, whatever it is, it's editable. So you can it's editable. You can actually make a change in it. So when it's editable, you can actually make a change in it. What this function does is I have this defined twice, so that's cool. I can actually get rid of that. That's awesome. Live coding. All right, cool. I'll have to, yeah, that was redundant. What I do is I get the row ID right here, and I need to comment this a little bit more so that other people can understand it. And I'm looking for an escape character or a new line event, and the element is the target, which is the thing that was clicked. I guess I don't really need to. I need to keep this. This is why I need to get commented. But I'm basically looking to see if I'm in an input state, and if I press escape, I want to do undo. Otherwise, if you press enter, send that XML request with the new changes and update the form. And once that XML request is processed, if it's processed, it's going to do update UI. Okay. And then to add new records, same basic scheme. I'm just getting the reps and the exercise input forms, and I'm getting the values from those. I'm doing a simple XML request with the reps and the exercise, and I insert that into the table as a new record, and then I update the UI. That's it. But yeah, that took me a long time. And also, I haven't even gone into it, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 routes, which, yeah, sure, I got a lot of the code from a tutorial that we've been working on in the week, but give it a shot and try and make your own CRUD app. It's pretty challenging, even if you're pretty experienced. I would say I'm a pretty okay programmer. I don't know. It's weird because you could give me a problem that I easily would be completely out of my element, and but I do think that if you're good at programming, you should figure it out. Like, I knew when I started this, I was like, I'll get a thing done, and I really only started it today. I started it today at, I think, 10 o'clock, and I had the code boot camp and other stuff going on today, but I got it done. It's just, it takes time, and now I'm really hot on the whole creating new elements with JavaScript and all that stuff. I'm going through a phase of that now, so it's fun. It's not downloadable yet, not in the App Store yet, but it's cool. I like it. It's pretty fun. So I've been doing that most of the day. Did a little bit of tutoring, and actually I got up really early today, and I was doing some algorithms and data structures. I gotta say, my new favorite algorithm is now Towers of Hanoi, just because it's cool. It's really cool. If you haven't seen that algorithm, it's pretty cool. I'll give you a teaser of it. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, you can see the remnants of the stuff I was trying to do earlier today. But the Towers of Hanoi problem is very interesting. So you have these 3 stacks, right? Okay. And on these stacks, you've got these disks. Now, you need to transfer this stack of disks over to this stack. How do you do it? And I should also say that the rules are you can only move the top stack. So to start, I guess we could just do this one here and this one here. This one here. Now we can move this one here. Move this one here. move this one here. The eraser on this doesn't work all that great all the time. And move this one here. So that's how you would do it. But the really cool thing is that we solve a sub problem when we do that. The sub problem that we solve, you can see we start out with, we got this here, and this here, right? So that's the first instance. And then if we show you a little sneak peek of what's going to happen later, we're going to have this instance occurring again. And that's after n-1 moves. So there's a way that you can program it. I have it written, it's on my GitHub, but I'm not going through all the coding. The thing is that you can solve, there's a case that's already solved for you. And it all depends on when you get to that n-1 state or move, or whatever you want to call it. It's a fun program to write. Definitely a fun brain teaser. But that's gonna be it for today. Yeah, well, I'll show you the towers anyway. I'll show you it. Okay. If you don't follow me on GitHub, I don't really care, but I'm always putting out like fun little algorithms, brain teasers, and stuff from. I just think it's good to start out the day with a little bit of an exercise. So. Here you go. Here's the Towers of Hanoi implementation. So, yep. n-1, n-1. There you go. So, look it up if you want. I really don't care, but I think it's fun. It's interesting. And if you are into programming, math, whatever, I would highly recommend that you just, as soon as you wake up, just go get a computer and start doing it. Just start doing it because, like, what are you waiting for? You're waiting for 9 o'clock to roll around? Like, you're going to be angry at something. Maybe something bad happened to you that day. Like, that's going to put you out of the mind to be able to learn. And so if you get up and you focus on the things that are the most important things. So for me, that would be, I haven't played guitar in a while, but it's, doing something that's keeping my mind active, playing guitar, or doing some programming, or preparing for something that's going to help me in the future. Like, studying for exams, taking exams, courses, and things that are going to help you out later on in life. Just things that aren't really like time wasters. Because if you get that done early in the morning, it doesn't matter what happens for the rest of the day. It's done. Like, it sucks to do it that early in the morning, but once you've done it, it's done. And whatever happens for the rest of the day. If you're tired, cool, you can live with that. That's fine. But if you come home and you're tired, and like in your personal time you're really tired and you don't get things done, then that's only hurting you. So I'd rather give other people who aren't going to put me on a new level. I'd rather be tired Evan in those instances than tired Evan when I'm trying to do things that are really important for me. But that's gonna be it for my vlog today. Have a wonderful Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow.